We want to turn now to the historical first. Former President Trump is now the first president to be indicted. We do not yet know the charges against him, but he will be arraigned Tuesday in New York City. Arrangements are underway to handle security and processing, but it is likely to be quite a spectacle. Since word of the indictment came out Thursday evening, Mr. Trump and his allies have controlled the narrative on this case as the indictment remains under seal. A person familiar with the matter told CBS News that former President Trump is being charged with falsifying business records in the first degree, a felony. Our Robert Costa is in New York this morning. Good morning to you, Bob. We know this is 2 p.m. Tuesday in Manhattan. You have spoken with the Trump attorneys. What is their strategy at this point?
Good morning, Margaret. The Trump lawyers say they want to immediately move to dismiss this case. That is going to be point number one. And there are discussions among some Trump allies about thinking about a venue change at some point, though at this early crossroads, they're not officially talking about that on the legal team because they have not yet seen the indictment. But you can expect a very aggressive strategy, both in public relations and legally, from the Trump team at this point.
We know there are roughly 30 counts against the former president, and you have spoken with one key witness here who spoke to the district attorney 22 times. This is former personal attorney Michael Cohen. What did he share?
Sitting down with Michael Cohen yesterday in New York City, it's evident that he is going to be the crucial witness for the district attorney Alvin Bragg in this case, especially should it go to trial. But Cohen told us that this investigation is about far more than him. Let's listen.
Yes, I lied to Congress at the direction of, in coordination with, and for the benefit of Donald J. Trump. And if there's anyone out there that thinks that that lie is going to prevent me from being the credible witness that I am, based on the documentation, the testimony, the emails, the recording, it's not going to happen.
You brought up an interesting point. In your view, this case is bigger than Michael Cohen's testimony.
Yes. I've never said that it was about me. This is not what so many people want to make it look like. Oh, it's Michael Cohen's vengeance against Donald Trump. That's not what this is about. This is solely about accountability. I should not be held accountable for Donald Trump's dirty deeds. Let him be held accountable. Let those in his orbit that are truly accountable, like Bill Barr, right, who he used to weaponize the Justice Department against his critics. Let them be held accountable because it saves and it preserves democracy.
Are you ready to testify?
Yes.
Bob, to date, Republicans have largely circled the wagons around the former president, and this includes Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. They've done it by attacking the Manhattan district attorney. But then this morning, we have the former governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, on ABC News saying he's going to run for president and very clearly saying that Mr. Trump needs to drop out of the race. What's happening inside the party?
It's a fascinating political moment. That Republican outrage publicly is also coupled privately with a lot of political calculation. Could there be an opening for a Trump critic, whether it's former Governor Hutchinson or someone else, to now enter this 2024 Republican primary and seize on this new dynamic in the race where Trump has legal and political challenges and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis isn't in the race yet nor consolidating support? Talking to some donors this morning, Margaret, it's not just Hutchinson who's on their minds. They're also thinking about trying to draft Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin to think harder about jumping into this race sometime later this year.
This is a fascinating race, Bob, and we're going to be very busy. Face the Nation will be back in 1 minute. Stay with us.